Feeling uninspired doesn't mean you can't create meaningful art. It usually means you're waiting for inspiration instead of trusting the process. I wanted this video to be about inspiration and how we portray emotion in art and how our creative work and experience is different for each individual person. Obviously, I can only speak for myself and not for anyone else, but because everyone has a little bit of a different process that will work for them. But I can tell you that creativity is a little bit of aptitude. It's a lot of hard work, but mostly it's just showing up and being present and trusting the process, yourself, and your instincts. Have you ever walked through a gallery or a museum and had a piece of art just stop you dead in your tracks? It's just so stunning and so full of emotion that you can't even look away. Did you ever wonder how that artist was able to convey such a deep feeling from simply putting paint on paper or canvas? The reason that most people buy art, in fact, is because it moves us emotionally. Now, beauty can trigger an emotional response, but as we like to say on this channel, art doesn't always have to be beautiful to touch us in an emotional way. It can be sad or melancholy or dark or moody and touch us in the really deepest ways. There can be days where we feel like we don't have any kind of ideas or any way to start our work, but if we just show up with no expectations and allow ourselves to be open to the process, we can follow it one step at a time and just let things evolve. As I'm painting in the background, it was that kind of day for me. I just started in my sketchbook. I did a sketch, a tiny watercolor, and even the process of putting the gesso on the board, sketching on the board, and allowing the painting to start. I just kept changing things and working through the process. And even though I came out into my studio with no ideas, I created a small painting. There are days like that. The creative process is really tricky like that. Sometimes you just have to trust, let go, and the floodgates begin to open. But creativity is never going to come looking for you. So part of finding your voice and portraying your emotions is just sitting down to do that work. Even if in the beginning it can be ugly, messy, rough, and just bad some days. One of the things that you can do is to create just for yourself. What do you want to see when you paint? Don't worry about pleasing everyone else. It's impossible, and you'll end up jumping from one thing to another thing and seeking perfection. Find a process, a theme, a style you really want to get good at, and really niche down on it. Staying true to your own voice and the things that you're passionate about will immediately make your lines, your marks, and your paintings flow with emotion. We can't be universally loved by everyone who sees our work. Our art may not appeal to everyone who sees it, and that's okay. Make the art that feels right for you. Follow your own way of lines, mark making, and processes, and learn the style you want to paint in. In the beginning, we do copy, but as we progress, our work becomes more and more our own as we develop our own visual language. Give yourself a challenge. 30 days in your sketchbook, 5 minutes a day. Or really stretch yourself and say, I'm going to do 10 small paintings of the same subject over the course of the next month. And then let each one evolve slightly as you continue to make them. Maybe start out that series with a reference, but then after the first one or two, put that reference aside and just paint from your own paintings. Your style will begin to really develop when you work from your own work. And because inspiration can be so fleeting, you need to have passion to keep creating and making work. You have to have kind of a burning drive to create, to do it regularly. I have felt that drive as long as I can remember. And even though it goes away if I'm really ill, it always returns with a force as soon as I feel even a little bit better. In fact, I've struggled with several health conditions and autoimmune issues since I was very young, and nothing has ever kept me from making art. One of the reasons that I love sharing art making with other people is because of all the benefits. In addition to how much I love making art, it is giving me so much back, and the power of its ability to calm me down, help me communicate ideas, and just the mindfulness that comes through art making. It's just so much peace and tranquility that I get when I'm creating, that it's just something I really feel that I want to share with other people. I've been a teaching artist for many years, and I haven't been on YouTube very long, but it's one of the things that I love about this platform is that I really do believe that free art education should be accessible to everyone. And the one big message that I always share that surprises everyone on this channel is that art doesn't need to be perfect. It can be ugly. It can be messy. It can be awful. And sometimes even the most beautiful paintings go through all these phases when we're creating them. Perfectionism can kill your creativity. So let your work get ugly. Let it get messy. Make your marks without fear. Let your process evolve, because without the bad, the good can't follow. And make lots of work. Keep working. Stay on your schedule. If you're busy, don't have time, make a doable goal. 5 minutes a day. Make 3 times a week. Just make a plan and stick to it. Picasso made over 147,000 works of art in his lifetime. Van Gogh made over 2,100 paintings in just over a decade. That's extreme dedication for someone who never sold more than 1 or 2 paintings. He had no fanfare, he had no accolades, he had just his brother that he was creating the work for, and no sales or anything to drive him other than his ambition. So keep showing up, keep getting your work done, keep playing, keep staying inspired. When you stop waiting for inspiration and start trusting yourself, the work begins to speak, and that is way more than enough. You don't need inspiration to keep going. You just need to keep showing up and trust that the work will meet you there. Show up, stay present, and let the process do what it knows how to do. Keep showing up, everyone. Create what brings you peace.